Also, if a particular target or stop loss is triggered, analysts will have to change that particular stock. This goes on from Monday to Friday, and on Friday, we calculate the total profit or loss and declare our winner. Let's then introduce the guest for this week's exciting game show, and we have Mitesh Thakkar, who's technical analyst at Mitesh Thakkar. We have Richard Jain of Angel Broking, as well as Vikas Sethi of Sethi Finma. Gentlemen, wish you all the best. It's the final day of the stock game, being Friday. Let's discuss your portfolio then. And Mitesh, up first, NMDC. You've placed a buy call on that one with a target price of 109.5. Tell us your rationale behind placing a buy call on NMDC.
See, NMDC had a big breakout, I think, a couple of days back. To be precise, I think last Friday, and then the next 3 days were spent giving a pullback. Still consolidating above the short-term averages. The risk reward for the trade is quite good. So, I think the targets are around 109, 110 in the short term, and I would look at a stop loss just below 99.
That's a call coming in on NMDC. The stock, though, is trading pretty flat at this point of time, but with a negative bias. NTPC, one of the top gainers in today's session, is gaining about a good 2.5%, currently at 133.45. And Richard, you placed a buy call with a target price of 135. Would you expect your target price to be met today?
Yeah, so probably you have seen that there was a consolidation phase in the stock for about 6 to 8 trading sessions. And on Wednesday, the stock was showing signs of breakout from that consolidation with increasing volumes. So that was the main reason I placed a bet on NTPC. I'm expecting the target to get met today itself on a move up to 135, and stop loss for long positions should be placed at 127.
Okay, that's a call coming in on NTPC. The stock is doing very well and holding out very smartly. 2.5% of an uptick coming in there for NTPC. Let's get in a check on Dish TV as well. Because you've placed a buy call on Dish TV October futures, today the stock has seen a volatile move, currently up in about 0.8%. Tell us, what is it that you like about the fundamentals of Dish TV that you've chosen to go long on this one?
Yes, Kamya, the stock, let me first tell you why I chose the stock, because I feel from its recent highs the stock has corrected and is consolidating at the current levels. This company is slated to report its results on the coming Tuesday, and I expect a pretty good set of numbers. They should beat market expectations, so in the short term the stock should perform, and that's why I chose to go long on it. And as far as long-term prospects of the stock are concerned, I like the stock from a long-term point of view. The way the digitization story is playing out in smaller towns and cities, and this company is going to be a big beneficiary of that. So from a long-term point of view also, I like the stock.
Okay, that's a call coming in on Dish TV October futures, and clearly Vikas has decided to go long on that one. However, his target price for the day has not been met. Let's discuss Aditya Birla then. Mitesh, you've chosen to go long on Aditya Birla Novo. Now, over the last 1 month, the stock has gained a good 2.5%. But if you take a look at how the stock is shaped up over the last 3 months, a good 5% of an uptick added. How much more room would you see on the upside for Aditya Birla futures?
See, in fact, this is a stock, which has been extremely sideways for the last 7 days, and yesterday or day before yesterday, towards the close, we got some kind of signals on the intraday charts. I think the stock possibly can get into an uptrend again, and once it does that, I would look at targets closer to about 2250 or so on the cash market to begin with, possibly 2300. So the day target I've chosen is 2244, and the stop loss is below 2169.
Okay, that's a call coming in on Aditya Birla Novo October futures from Mitesh. The stock today is holding out, gaining about 0.8%. Let's move on now and focus in on the auto sector, and TVS Motor is the stock that Richard has picked out. Richard, tell us what makes TVS Motor an attractive stock from the auto space, and is this the only stock that you like here?
Yeah, so if we see, specifically at TVS Motors and parts, if we observe the medium to long-term charts, then the stock has been consolidating in a broad range. And from the lower end of the range, the stock is again started moving up with improving volumes. In yesterday's session, it gave a breakout from a falling trendline resistance and gave a good closing above that trendline resistance. So that's why I think that the stock has further room on the upside from short-term perspective as well as long-term perspective. So with a target of 262, I have placed a buy call in this with stop loss placed below 244.
Okay, that's a call coming in on TVS Motors, and let's now focus in on Cadila. The results came in pretty much in line with the estimates post the adjustments. The forex gain and one-time income did boost the PAT for the company, and also the top line disappoints on the back of weak domestic markets. Today the stock is holding out smartly, 2.5% of an uptick coming in there because the target price that you set out has already been met. But what are your thoughts on the overall numbers that the company declared as well as fundamentals of the company in the short term?
Yes, Kamya, Cadila, it's a fundamentally strong company from the pharma space. The company reported its earnings for the September quarter, and they, in my opinion, were pretty good, and the company actually did well in this quarter. So, and I kept a day target of 445 rupees 50 paisa, which has already been achieved. But I feel if an investor has bought into this stock, he should continue to hold on, and in say the next say a month or so, I see some more upside in the stock.
That's a call coming in on Cadila Healthcare. The stock's gaining really well, 2.5% of an uptick coming in on the back of those numbers, and clearly the market is celebrating that move, 2.5% for Cadila Healthcare. Let's quickly get in a calculator check and find out how each of our experts are placed at this point of time, starting off with Mitesh Thakkar's portfolio. Mitesh has decided to go long on 4 stocks, including NMDC, Aditya Birla Novo Futures, Grasim, as well as Tata Steel. Although the stocks are trading in the green, his overall portfolio is in the red. He's currently losing more than 18,000 rupees. Let's get in a check on Richard Jain's portfolio as well, and he too has decided to go long on 4 stocks. TVS Motors, a bit of a spot of bother there as it's trending lower. However, his overall portfolio is managing to be in the green zone, and he's gaining about 0.6%, a marginal gain of 3,000 rupees in his kitty. Finally, let's discuss Vikas Sethi's portfolio. 3 stocks have already met the target price. In fact, 2 have met the target price, and he has been stopped out on LG Balakrishnan. However, target price has been met for Cadila Healthcare as well as Bajaj Hindustan. But good going for his overall portfolio. He's reaping a good 91,000 rupees at this point of time. So great going for Vikas's portfolio. Let's continue discussing our experts' portfolio then. And Mitesh, your third pick is Grasim, and you've decided to go long on this one with a target price of 3,750. Mitesh, tell us, what is it about Grasim that you really like, and what are the chart patterns indicating to you?
See, again, a very similar setup. I think, again, the stock gave a breakout 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks back, and then was just completing a pullback to its averages, doing a minor range of about 3,670 to about 3,600. Again, day before yesterday, we had some kind of buy signals on the intraday charts. Today, we did see higher levels in the morning, but the follow-up is missing as yet. In case the stock sustains about 3670.80, I would expect trading targets of around 3850 over here, and the day target which I have chosen is 3750, and the stop loss is 3588.
That's a call coming in on Grasim, and over the last 7 days, the stock has gained about 0.25%, so pretty much range bound, even though we did see some bit of volatility there, but the stock has pretty much been around the same levels. Let's discuss Aditya Birla Novo, Richard, then, and say common pick between you and Mitesh. So would you concur with Mitesh when he said that, over the last 7 days, the stock has pretty much been range bound, and which is why he expects some trigger point to come in? Would you also have a similar stance there?
Yes, more or less the same reason. If you see if you observe the daily and weekly charts of Aditya Birla Novo, overall the stock is in an uptrend, and within this uptrend we have seen that the stock was consolidating in a narrow range since last 7-8 trading sessions. So even I am expecting a positive up move in this stock. The way the Friday on Wednesday's trading session, the stock gave close at the higher end of this range. So probably I am expecting a target of 2250 near term, and with a stop loss below 2130, I have placed a long bet on it.
Okay, that's a call coming in on Aditya Birla Novo, 1.5% of gains over the last 1 week. Let's discuss some sugar stocks then. A lot of sugar stocks are active in today's session. In fact, take a look at Bajaj Hindustan, Sri Renuka, Dhampur Sugars. All these stocks are gaining quite a bit in today's session. 2.5% of an uptick for Bajaj Hindustan. And because you've chosen to go long on this one, if you see over the last 1 month in itself, Bajaj Hindustan has gained 65%. Would you not expect some sort of correction of profit booking coming in at these levels?
Yes, Kamya, profit booking could always set in, but the kind of momentum which was witnessed day before yesterday when the markets were open showed clearly that this rally will not fizzle out as early as this, and there would be some more momentum left. And I clearly see some more upside in all the sugar stocks. Actually, the fundamentals seems to have been improving on the back of the firming up of international sugar prices and the kind of measures which the government has announced to support sugar companies. So they are going in favor of these companies, and I think if one has a 2 to 3 year horizon, one could start looking at the sugar sector, although not a company like a Bajaj Hindustan. There are companies which have better balance sheet than Bajaj Hindustan, so I would like investors to go with them, like an EID Perry or a Balrampur Chini would be a better idea from a long term point of view.
Okay, that's a call coming in on some of the sugar stocks in Bajaj Hindustan in particular, because its target price of 22.20 has already been met for Bajaj Hindustan. So great going for that stock. Let's continue discussing our experts' portfolio, and finally Mitesh's last idea, which is in the form of Tata Steel, a buy call on that one, 259. Mitesh, the stock is active on the back of news about how they plan to hike their stake in the Canadian joint venture. On the back of that, the stock is gaining a good 1.5%, but what are the chart patterns indicating to you, and purely in terms of technicals, how would you expect the stock to move over the next 1 week?
See, again, the stock, kind of rallied from lower levels of 200 to about 255, 260, and then gave a big pullback, and then managed to hold support levels of 240 on the short-term charts and bounced back. So, in case it continues to hold levels of 240 on a closing basis, I think eventually it will break about 255 and head towards 275 types of price targets. So, the target which I've chosen for the day is 259, and the stop loss is 238.
That's a call coming in on Tata Steel, currently at 248, but Mitesh expects the stock to go as high as 259. So do watch out for Tata Steel in today's session. Jet Airways is the other one in focus, as Ruchit has decided to go long on Jet Airways with a target price of 440. Now, Ruchit, a lot of these aviation stocks have been active off late, and clearly on the back of Indigo coming up with an IPO, we saw these stocks surging and flying high. Over the last 1 month, Jet Airways has gained a good 25%. Would you not expect some profit booking happening here, or would you see some more room on the upside for Jet Airways?
Yeah, so what we have seen in the stock, Jet Airways in the recent past, when it has given a good up move, the up move has been backed with very good volume, so which suggests that there is further more upside left in this. And after a breakout since last 2 trading sessions, the stock has given a minor pullback move. So that's still a healthy sign that corrections within this up move is more of a time correction rather than price correction. And I think on the high side, the stock has potential to go up to 440, and above that even 417 coming 1 month. So for the first target of 440, short-term positional traders can look to buy this stock by keeping stop loss below the consolidation range, that is 388.
That's a call coming in on Jet Airways, 1.5% of an uptick coming in there. And finally, let's discuss Vikas's last pick, LG Balakrishnan. Because we don't discuss this stock too often, you've decided to go long on this one, that today the stock is not working in your favor, and in fact you have been stopped out on that one. What is it that you like about LG Balakrishnan?
Yeah, Kamya, unfortunately I've been stopped out for the day, but it's a pretty good stock, company with pretty strong fundamentals. Look at their ROEs, it's very high. They enjoy a very high return on capital employed also. It's a company from the engineering space which is expected to do well in the coming quarters or years. So I chose to go long on it, and although I've been stopped out, my recommendation would be to hold on to the stock. I clearly see a lot of upside in the long run.
Okay, that's a call coming in on LG Balakrishnan, and unfortunately though Vikas has been stopped out on this one now. But let's quickly get in a check on the calculator and find out how each of our experts are placed right now. Mitesh Thakkar's portfolio up first, and 3 stocks in the green, 1 in red. Overall portfolio, well, he's losing about close to 18,000 rupees at this point of time. Let's move on and check in on Richard Jain's portfolio as well. He decided to go long on all 4 stocks. Barring a TVS Motor, the other stocks are trading in the green zone and giving him good gains of close to 4,000 rupees. And finally, Vikas Sethi's portfolio, 2 target prices have been met and he has been stocked out on LG Balakrishnan. The overall portfolio reaping him a solid gain of 91,000 rupees. So at this point of time, clearly it is Vikas Sethi leading the game, followed by Richard Jain and Nitesh Thakkar. With that, would like to thank each of our experts for taking time out and sharing their portfolio with us on BNSN The Stock Game. And with that, it's time to wrap up on the stock game. But up next is the Market Sense. Stay tuned for that.